Hey everybody, what is going on? Some huge news at the Tokyo Tekken World Masters. Harada-san and Michael Murray came in and announced lots and lots of new things that I'm going to be explaining for you guys. I will start off with what is in the picture. September 6th is the date, the official release date for Anna, Lei and the balance patch, which they talked about more in this little reveal. So that's huge news, you know. Just not even a month away, we're going to have all this great stuff, and right in the middle of the Tekken World Tour. I know you guys are probably eager to hear everything. Maybe you missed the announcement or you want to hear it in more depth, so I'll explain it right now. Just get straight into it. Okay, so these guys going from revealing nothing, they had 3 trailers today, along with heaps of information with some pictures. So I'll jump straight into it. So firstly, they had the 2 character trailers, but it was an extended version. Obviously the other ones, they were just cut down to show you like a brief glimpse of what the character can do. But this, as you can see, there's a lot more showcased. So in this clip we see this super sick tracking move that has its own follow-up. Again, I'm just going to be calling out what I see. I don't know if it's past Anna moves, but to me it's new and it looks super cool. We then see this triple hop kick showcased, followed by a 2-hit string that obviously splats high. And then she's got her own sort of shoulder, which would obviously do pretty big damage. We then get to see some gameplay of her versus Xiao Yu on the helipad, which is interesting because when the first trailer was revealed, they had screenshots of her versus Xiao Yu on this, but obviously no video. So this was obviously created before they even showcased it. So the first thing we see is a 1-2 and low kick trap, sort of like the move that Nina has. But the great thing about this is the armor move spikes head first, and as you can see, Anna gets a sidestep downward spike heel move that is guaranteed after. So that's already 2 that we've seen. And so here we see she has a high crushing sweep that I'm gonna guess is on natural hit. Then followed by, I'm gonna guess, is a while standing 1 and then a 3-hit screw. And then she follows up with a nice fancy looking 3-hit string to finish off the combo. So we then see the shoulder. It obviously breaks walls and there's a combo starter from that angle. She then goes into what I would guess is quarter circle forward 3-2, which looks to be a damaging screw. She then continues it on with a 1-3 string, followed by a double knees, sort of like Bruce or Josie, which are perfectly wall splats. Then it looks like she does this 3-2 into a backflip, which seems to do lots of damage on the wall and leaves them face down, so that's going to be probably one of the best setups you can do for Oki. Okay, so this next clip we get to see this hard hitting low that puts the opponent in full crouch, and it's also a frame trap. As you can see, the Nina trying to do wipe the floor, and she gets obviously counter hit and knocked onto the wall for Anna's first wall bounce. Then we have this fancy looking 2-hit string that we saw in the first trailer that obviously high wall splats, as it did in the first version as well. Then into yet another wall combo, which looks like a jab, then down forward 1-2 into a high kick that backflips them and makes them again head first, which is where you want to put the opponent, especially at the wall. And then yes, one of my favorite things that were revealed, a brand new slow-mo animation. Looks super hype, like they're already cool as it is, and we get a new one, so thanks Harada-san. We then get to see Anna's rage drive in all its glory. So it's obviously like King's, where if you hit him in the air it spikes him and you get a free follow-up, but if you do it raw you get a complete combo out of it. So I'm just going to go back here and point out that this kick is a new animation for me. I've never seen it before, and it looks like it's going to be one of those kicks that only hits, you know, with really high launches, but it does a lot of damage. Then we get a low kick into a high backhand for the combo continuation, which then next would be, my guess, forward 2-3 for another screw. And then finally finishing off with this dash double-handed move, which looks like she's creating a wave. Looks super cool. And then this is the moment where they will release the date, which is September 6th. And this is just an in-joke where in the past Tekkens, you could keep slapping with Nina, and you could make the slap go on for the whole of the life bar and literally do it till death. So that was just an in-joke for that. Then now we got more information on Lei as well, which I'll break down for you guys. So first we get our first taste of a full combo with Lei. So he starts with a down forward 2, then into what I would guess would be a 4-1, which then transitions into the Tiger stance, and he does that double scratch screw that we saw in the first trailer. And then he finishes it off with a forward 4-3, which I would guess people would do on a wallless stage. Now this is probably my favourite thing that I saw him do. So it's a frame trap where he does a hop kick into the crane stance, and then counter hits Law with a low, but the follow-up is he jumps and hits him in the back with his elbow, but then he just goes into laying down stance. Now, I don't know what that stance is called, but it looks super funny to style on your opponents like that. And I'm guessing there's mix-ups from that position as well, so that's good. We then get to see his while standing launcher, which looks to me like a while standing 3, which is then followed up by a 2-4 string, which looks really good. Like, I really like the animation for that kick. And then he dashes in and does a 1-1 into a very kung fu like strike. Maybe it's 1-1-1. This next clip showcases that his power crush wall splats, and then he does a quick 2-hit string and then a backflip similar to Anna's. Now, I don't know if this means we can get more out of wall combos or if it's just coincidence, but yeah, it was pretty cool and it looks like it does a bit of damage. We also get to see that he can go into stance after that backflip, so there's probably more mix-ups to come. So this looks like a sidestep 4-hit string. I'm guessing he's on counter hit. I don't know if this is all going to all be guaranteed, like Bob's down 2-1, 2-2, but it looks like it does in this trailer. He then has another really sick animation, this double kick with 4, or maybe 3+4 at the end, where he has the double boots, which is a screw, as you can see. Which then to me looks like a forward 3 to sort of, prop them up into the air, followed by another 4-4 string, which again, super cool, leaves him face down, where he can run up for Oki. Which I'm really happy about, because that means there's going to be loads of good setups you can do with these two characters, since they both have moves like that. This next clip showcases a 2-hit string which transitions into the Tiger stance, and this double palm gives Lei his first wall bounce. He then does the hop kick that was blocked earlier into crane stance, and then finishes off with a 4-hit wall combo. Now I'm not sure if there's going to be max damage, but again it leaves him face down, so many viable wall options here and combo options for these two characters. We then get to see a new animation of Lei screaming here, and another look at the new slow-mo, which, as you can, if you really listen, you can hear the new sound effect as well. We then get a much more fleshed out look at all the rage drives. So this is the first one. Obviously is a combo starter that is already a screw. So we see Lei do a couple of moves. Now I'm not sure if this is max damage, but you can definitely at least get that much damage off it. The next one is the crane rage drive, which I reckon is probably the best one, as it does a massive high launch. But it does put him back in crane stance. As you can see, he does a, I'll say, back 1, which is a screw from there. And then I think this is the same combo we saw before that knocked off the balcony on Twilight Conflict. So that looks to be pretty decent as well. We then move on to the snake rage drive, which is a definitely far pushing wall splatting one. And as you can see, Lei runs up and he does a follow-up with a downward scratch. Now, although this is a good move, I reckon there's more you can do. Like, I reckon you can resplat them and get maximum damage off it. But I'm guessing this is just to showcase that move, because it does look pretty cool, and it's, again, new animation that I've never seen before. The fourth one we get to see is the Tiger. So this is another one that launches, sort of a downward bounce kind of launch. It does leave them feet first though, which means you can get any sort of follow-up that you want. So we see here he does a 2-hit string that leaves him back turned, and then followed up with a 4, and then I would guess a 2 that screws them. But we don't get to see any kind of finisher for that combo. And then finally we have the Dragon Stance, which is a massive push again, that wall splats. Now the follow-up's interesting. To me it looks like it goes into full crouch, does a 2-hit string, that then goes into a kick, maybe it's a 3-hit string, and then back into stance for his armor move again. And then finally we get to see his rage art again, which is always good to see. This is nice and fresh, and it's got some dialogue in it. Like I said in the other video, I like it. It's got some nice animations in it, and it's a good nod to Jackie Chan. Which, as you can see then, showcases the release date again, followed by this. So I'm guessing when Lei breaks the throw, he can do a little animation, just a little Easter egg. And yeah, that about does my breakdown for Anna and Lei. Now don't go anywhere, there's heaps more information about the ranking system, the points, new mechanics added in, and a new trailer to break down. So make sure you tune to that, which will be uploaded soon. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed.